Welcome to the breach, Underlord. This stronghold was built into this chasm to safekeep one of the Empire's inhibitors. Fortunately for you, their commander, Lord O'Theland, is a vacuous sort who will throw his troops at your dungeon without strategy or order. I can think of no better time for you to learn how to build defenses for your dungeon. But to do this, you'll first need a foundry. Open the veins of evil and unlock it now. Build one now and your minions will be happy to create defenses for your dungeon. You have discovered a gateway. If you're short on workers to do your bidding, cast the Summon Worker spell to create more. However, every worker after your first 5 will lock a portion of mana. If you end up with an excess of workers locking your mana pool, you may dismiss them by dropping them onto your dungeon core. It's all right. They won't feel a thing. You've discovered a perception shrine. You've claimed a perception shrine. Your workers can be a mindless bunch, and will continue to claim territory until you command them otherwise. Use impasse flags to limit their movement. Impasse has 2 modes. One to prevent your workers from claiming beyond the marked area, and another that will prevent them from traveling over the tiles completely. To dismiss an impasse flag, simply give it a slap. Or right-click the icon to dismiss all impasse flags at once. You'll need an archive and cultists in order to research that artifact. A Chanda has entered your dungeon. A Chanda has... Your minions' needs are not being met, Underlord. Build them the basic rooms they require. You've claimed a gold shrine. A cultist has entered your dungeon. Open the veins of evil and unlock the Blade Lotus. The Blade Lotus is a spinning flower of destruction that tears nearby enemies into shredded flesh as it pushes them away. To build defenses for your dungeon, you need simply to lay their blueprints upon a claimed tile. Your minions will work to craft defense parts within your foundry, which will then be ferried off by your workers to construct them. Splendidly done, Underlord. But see how some of your mana has been locked away. These defenses require a small portion of your mana in order to function. You will regain this locked mana when the defense is destroyed or sold. Many of the defenses you build can be toggled between two distinct modes, each with their own effects. Toggle the Blade Lotus by clicking it now. The Blade Lotus can be dropped into a hidden mode, which allows enemies to unknowingly pass over it. The perfect trap for retreating foes. Now click the Blade Lotus again to reactivate it. When active, the Blade Lotus will carve your enemies down to size, unless you're fighting those stinking dwarfs, who will end up pint-sized. Due to its small size, the Blade Lotus is most effective in tight corridors. For a bit more firepower and range, you should consider the Bombard. This defense will launch flaming iron balls at any foe that mistakenly wanders too close, swiftly turning their bodies into broken vessels of blooded mash. Select the Bombard and build it upon one of the flashing tiles to the east of your dungeon core. The Bombard can be placed into overdrive mode by clicking it, which will increase the speed at which it fires. However, each attack while in overdrive will damage the defense. Now that you have some offense, you should wall off your dungeon core to prevent your enemies from sneaking in and destroying it. Build a wooden door upon the flashing tile. The wooden door will slow the advance of your enemy for a short time. However, it can also be used to prevent your minions from wandering into haunted corridors or private baths. You've identified an artifact of joy. A gnarling has entered your dungeon. The wooden door can be toggled open and closed with a click. While closed, no minions may pass through unless the door is opened, destroyed, or sold. You've caught on quick, Underlord. Now put your murderous new talents to work. There's no doubt that the insipid Lord will soon learn of your presence and send his troops forth to die by your hand. In the meantime, you should continue to build defenses to protect your dungeon, adding any additional rooms you desire to diversify your army and improve your chances of survival. Should you wish to speed up the construction of your defenses, you can pick up defense parts from your foundry and drop them directly onto blueprints. You've discovered a perception shrine. Bombard complete. It's time to pay your minions, Underlord. You've claimed the perception shrine. You've discovered If your coffers are full, or if you're afraid of how wealth might change you, you can always untag it with a second click.
This evil presence shall not stand up to my might! Rally straight forth to assault them, men!
How terribly kind of the nitwit to announce his attack. Prepare to defend the center line, Underlord.
My blood. Let's get cracking.
Bombard complete. Your blade lotus is under attack.
What do you mean they're all dead? This threat is more serious than I thought. Give me a minute. I shall prepare a new plan of attack to thwart this devil.
Your defenses will gradually repair themselves over time, but to speed things up, drop defense parts onto them, which are constructed in the foundry. You've identified an artifact of experience.
I've got it! We shall attack from the north and the center simultaneously! That should bamboozle this unholy menace!
Scatter their bones for the rats to clean. Blade Lotus complete. Your Blade Lotus is under attack. Bombard complete.
I'll kill you myself.
Kira's scepter! They've all been bested? Okay, hold on, I'm thinking.
Your defenses will gradually repair themselves over time, but to speed things up, drop defense parts onto them, which are constructed in the foundry. You've identified an artifact of gold. Your units have been blessed with experience.
Why won't you bleed? They'll certainly not expect this trick! Assault the center and the south! They'll never see us coming!
This blubbering dunce could have used a few firm lashes as a child.
Taste my
like.
Bombard complete. Your blade, Lotus, is under attack. Your blade, Lotus, is under attack.
Basil!
By the light! Have none of you had any training at all?
Your defenses will gradually repair themselves over time. But to speed things up, drop defense parts onto them, which are constructed in the foundry.
Swiftly, troops! Attack all three sides and we'll surely overwhelm them with our might. It's inconceivable that they'll survive this assault.
I haven't had this much fun in years.
Back thee away, Underlord! You shall not defile our lands with your vile taint!
Feel like a piercing?
What a marvelous meat grinder you've constructed, Underlord. Your defenses will gradually repair themselves over time. But to speed things up, drop defense parts onto them, which are constructed in the foundry. It's time to pay your minions, Underlord!
From all sides, Swiftly! Whilst the minions of evil recover!
This assault may actually test your abilities, Underlord. Do try and learn something. You've identified an artifact of experience. Your units have been blessed with experience. Your blade, Lotus, is under attack.
Hero's judgment!
Nothing gets past me!
You shall burn!
Those loyal to the Empire, come to me! I will tell you the tale they will sing of us when we have finished here. They'll sing of our bravery and those who have fallen. They will regale the noble way in which we fought and won. They will proudly shout my name, Lord Otheland, Savior of the Empire! Now if you are with me, cheer with me! I'd better get ready to meet my maker.
Make sure you keep your dungeons secure, Underlord. Your defenses will gradually repair themselves over time. But to speed things up, drop defense parts onto them, which are constructed in the foundry.
You there! Lead the charge from the north! And you, yes! Lead the southern assault! We shall attack in 2 ways! I will lead the second from the rear, so I may issue orders more easily. Charge!
Your vaults are full of gold.
Charge forth and assist your comrades!
Hero goddess! Nowhere to hide!
Come have a go with me then!
You have insufficient mana to cast that spell. Your blade, Lotus, has been destroyed. Your minions are being attacked. Your bombard has been destroyed.
Did I do it?
Now that he's sent his entire army to their death, You should have no trouble killing him and destroying his inhibitor. Rally your minions forth to silence this insipid lord. Blade Lotus complete. Blade Lotus complete. Your vaults cannot store any more gold. In a game of cards, one of your vampires has raised the stakes. You have discovered a gateway. Destroy the inhibitor swiftly. It lies open and undefended, but for that odious blackguard. Silence has never sounded quite so sweet. Superbly executed. Before we move on, I must warn you, the next inhibitor comes with an unpleasant surprise.